Alright, in this session we're going to look at completing a trip from start to finish in the driver portal. We will also look at a MNet trip specifically as well, as there is a few different steps in terms of completing a trip for MNet. When you first log in, the dispatch portal defaults to the current date. And you can see what date is set here in the center of the screen. If you need to change the date, just click on the calendar and you can change the date backwards or forwards. Once you complete a trip, they fall off the schedule. And if you need to review those, you can check on View All Legs, and then you will see all of your trips on the screen for that given day. So we're going to start by looking at the first trip. You can also change the orientation of your phone. So if we flip this phone sideways, the view will also change, and you can scroll up and down and see the list of trips that way as well. So you have the option to accept all these trips. So the idea is the driver can review their schedule for the next day and accept them. Once you accept the trip, you can no longer turn them back to the agency. If you turn them back to the agency, they get unassigned to your portal. So once you accept the trips, you can then move forward on starting your first leg. So the trips are sorted by pickup time, and then on the bottom it's just will call. So those are your return rides, because the reason it's set to will call is because we don't know what the actual pickup time is at the time that it's been assigned to you. You have the option to send these addresses to either Google or MapQuest apps on your phone for verbal directions. You also can view notes. So if you click on the notes button here, if there's any notes associated with that trip, they'll view on this screen. If you need to call the member, you can click on the call button, and you have the option to call it. So to start the leg, essentially I'm going to click on En route. So this tells the system that you're en route to pick up, you're en route to the pickup address. And I'm going to start with a insurance trip opposed to a MNet trip. So I'm going to click that I'm en route to 31205 Foley Avenue. And once you do that, the details of the leg show in the center of the screen. So you can see who you're picking up, the time, the appointment time, and the addresses. You still have the option for the Google Maps and the MapQuest. If you show up to the member's home, and you can click no show if by chance they don't show for the transportation. Once the member is in the vehicle, you can click start leg. And you have the option to back out if you'd like, but click OK to proceed. And once you click on start leg, you're also required to now enter in the odometer reading in your vehicle. So you would type in that odometer reading and save it. Once you drive to your destination, you can click on end leg. And again, you have the option to back out and click OK to proceed. And then you can obtain the member signature. At the top, there's an indicator on who's signing for the trip. So it can either be member, you're getting a facility signature, a relative, or no signature. The default is always member. Once you get the signature, the client can leave the vehicle. There's a couple of check boxes down here. If you don't get a signature, you can indicate that the client refused to sign or that it was a minor. Once you get the signature, you click on confirm and click OK. The last step to complete the trip is you're required to enter in the PIN number assigned to you. You have the ability to then also indicate some trip notes. And you finally then confirm the trip. Click OK to proceed. And then you enter your odometer reading one more time. And save the trip. And then that completes the insurance trip, and then the trip then disappears from your schedule for the day. Alright, we're now going to look at a MNET trip. So again, you click en route to indicate that you're on your way to the pickup address. Again, you still can no-show, click on MapQuest or Google. Click Start Leg when you arrive at the client's home, and click OK to continue. Input your odometer reading. Once the client enters the vehicle, you then want to click on Depart. And click OK. Once you get to your destination, you'll again then click End Leg. You then have the choice to choose who's signing the trip log. Again, member, facility, relative, or no signature. Obtain the signature from the appropriate person. Again, you still can indicate the client refused to sign or minor unable to sign. Then you want to click on confirm and OK. And then finally you want to enter in your PIN number. Now I'm going to purposely put in the wrong PIN number here just so you can see what happens. And it indicates that the PIN number is invalid. So you can't continue until you enter in a valid PIN number. And then finally the ending odometer reading. And save. And once that trip's complete, again it falls off of your schedule for today. And the last thing I'd like to review is the Set Schedule button on the driver portal right above the date. This allows a driver to indicate their schedule and will be used primarily with an auto scheduling feature that's coming out at some point this year. If you click on Set Schedule, you can modify your general work week schedule. So you want to start here. And if I click on here, you have the ability to indicate your availability. So are you available to work Monday through Friday, not on the weekends? And you can adjust the start and stop times accordingly. Once you do that, you can hit save, and your schedule has been set. So when that auto scheduling feature does come into play, it will use your schedule as a basis to assign trips. You can also indicate in the set schedule that you just want to modify 1 week. So let's say you're typically available Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, but for 1 week you're going to be on vacation. So if you click on modify 1 week, you would indicate the week that you're not available. So I'm going to indicate Monday the 4th, and you can uncheck all the days of the week or modify it how you'd like and save that. And for the auto scheduling feature, for any trips from July 4th through that following Sunday, July 10th, you would not be included into that auto scheduling feature. That concludes this session of the driver portal.